All right, y'all, we back with another reaction right here on ABP Reactions. And right now, they are trying to accuse my Rams of lying to the people. Let's see what they are alleging. Let's go.
Let's also not be naive to the fact that we have to plan for the short and the long term. Like, if you told me that we could ensure that if we took a player at 13, if you told me that drafting that guy would have ensured that we're going to show up at SoFi on February 14th next year, I say, sign me up, we're taking that guy.
Hey, we drafted a quarterback, your eventual replacement, but here's an extra $55 million. Pretty sure Matthew Stafford is smiling from ear to ear.
Adam Schefter announces that the Los Angeles Rams and Matthew Stafford have agreed to a one-year $55 million extension, up to $60 million with incentives, 2 years and up to $105 million remaining on his deal. And on the surface, it just looks like a team that's trying to take care of its MVP quarterback. But I'm going to tell you what this extension really is. It's a $55 million apology. Because if you saw my last video on this topic, you know exactly what happened when the Rams drafted Ty Simpson with the 13th overall pick. Sean McVay stood at the podium looking like somebody stole his car.
I can't lie. That pick made no fucking sense. I gotta admit it. That pick made Ty Simpson, it made no sense. Why the fuck do we need a fourth quarterback when this is our year we pushing to go to the Super Bowl? We don't need a fourth quarterback, man. Like, what the fuck? I get it. You know what I'm saying? Let's need goddamn.
Draft call leaked and it was brutal.
Let's go make history, coach.
Yeah, no, and hey, enjoy this night, man. You earned it.
The entire internet, NFL players, reporters, analysts watched that presser and said the exact same thing. This man did not want the Rams to draft Ty Simpson. And since that video dropped, the Rams have done nothing but damage control. They've changed their story 4 different times. Their division rival laughed at them on camera. Kelly Stafford reached out to Simpson before Matthew did, and now this extension drops, and when you look at the structure, it tells you everything you need to know about where this situation really stands, because this is not a long-term commitment to Matthew Stafford. This is a 1-year rental agreement with the reigning MVP, and there's a first-round quarterback sitting on the bench waiting for it to expire. Now, before we get to the content, I just wanted to shout out my pop culture channel. Since we're in the dog days of the off-season, we definitely need some new storylines to keep up with, so if you guys like the way we do storytelling on this channel and you want to see us tackle other topics that don't pertain to football, I'm going to leave a link to it in the description down below and in the comment section. It's called Flight Mike TV. And now that we got all that out of the way, let's get to today's video. Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's going on, everybody? All right, so before we get into the extension, let me bring you up to speed in the event that you missed my last video, or if it's been too long. The Rams have been in full damage control mode since the second that press conference went viral, and every single time they try to explain what happened, they just made it worse and worse. So the first story was draft night itself. McVay's at the podium, hand in his pocket for 11 straight minutes, barely cracking a smile, steering every single answer back to,
Let's make one thing clear. This is Matthew's team.
the message was clear.
I'm being respectful of my MVP. I'm keeping a low profile so Matthew Stafford doesn't feel disrespected.
Ian Rappaport went on ESPN and said Sean McVay was trying to walk the fine line of being happy about the pick without dancing on the grave of a quarterback who's not dead yet.
He was. He definitely was, guy. He definitely was. Hey, he did a good cleanup the next day, though. But everybody read it in the moment. You know what I mean? Shout out Sean McVay, man. But nigga, we can see through the bullshit, man. Nobody understands that move. Hell, I'm talking about us, the Rams fans. We don't understand it. So I know the outsiders don't understand it. What the fuck was that about?
That was story number 1. Sean McVay was just performing for Matthew Stafford. Then story number 2 showed up less than 12 hours later. Jeremy Fowler from ESPN dropped a report saying the Rams have quietly plotted as to not put McVay's approval stamp on the pick because it could increase trade interest from other teams at 13. According to Fowler's sources, McVay absolutely backed the pick, and the demeanor was a strategic smokescreen. So now it's not about Matthew Stafford's feelings, it's about outsmarting other teams on the draft board. That's a completely different explanation that we got before. Then story number 3 comes out on the same day. Sean McVay opened his day 2 press conference by acknowledging his demeanor. He looked at the reporters and said,
What do you guys think? Am I angry right now?
he admitted that he came off a little grumpy, and when a reporter asked him why he was grumpy, he said,
Well, there was other things that had nothing to do with that, which, you know, that's
normal life.
So before the story was performing for Stafford, then it turned into, hey, we're just throwing a smoke screen so other teams don't draft him. And now it's, hey, life is just getting in the way and I was grumpy that day. That's 3 different stories in less than 24 hours. And then came story number 4, and this is the wildest one. About 2 weeks ago, Chris Sims went on PFT Live and revealed that he had just spent time with Sean McVay at a soccer match in London. And McVay apparently opened up to him about what really happened on draft night. According to Sims, McVay told him the reason he in the press conference was pissed off had neither to do with him acting or the pick, but had to do with some sort of volatile situation that happened before they went out there. There was some little argument about something. Sims said that Sean McVay assured him it was nothing major, but that he was a little peed off right there at that moment. So now we have a 4th explanation. It wasn't performing for Stafford, it wasn't a smokescreen, it wasn't normal life stuff, it was the fact that some argument went down before the press conference and he took his mood into the press conference.
Yep, that Ty Simpson pick. That's what you was mad about. That's what we all was mad about. So yeah, nigga, we get. Hey, listen, man. My boy, listen. His big dog, I can't piss him off. This was his personal pick. You know, he's friends with Ty Simpson's dad. Probably owed him a favor from a poker game or some shit going wrong. Who fucking knows, man? But he guaranteed that nigga. A letter came out that he guaranteed Ty Simpson you were coming to the Rams and you was going to be a first-round pick. Why? Would y'all do that, though? Now, that's a real nigga shit, though, right? I get it. If this is my boy and this is his son, and I got the opportunity to put his son on a platform that I'm probably his god, dad, or step, or whatever, who knows? It might be his godson. I got an opportunity to platform this nigga and put him first round on one of the most talked about, highlighted teams in the NFL, the Rams. Should I do it? Would you do it for your homeboy's son? Would you do it for your homeboy's son? Fuck it. I know I'm going to get backlash for it, but that's my dog. That's his son. I'm going to give him that platform.
And Sean McVay told a reporter this at a soccer game in London almost a month after the draft. Could you think about that, guys? A month later, on a different continent, at a sporting event, and this man is still explaining his mood on draft night. That tells you that this story is living in Sean McVay's head rent-free. And here's the thing, guys, it can't be all 4 explanations. You can't be performing for Stafford while you're running a smokescreen, while you're grumpy about normal life stuff, while also being mad at a random argument. You have to pick one, because when you change your story 4 times in 3 weeks, people stop believing any version of it. And that is exactly where we are right now. Which brings us to the money. The Rams just answered the Ty Simpson situation with the only way that they knew how, with a checkbook. Let's break down what the Rams actually did here, because the headline number looks great, but the structure tells a completely different story. According to Schefter, Stafford's new extension is 1 year and $55 million, up to $60 million with incentives. He now has 2 years and up to $105 million remaining. That is elite money.
Shit.
That is top of the market franchise.
Highest paid in the NFL right here, quarterback for sure. That's crazy.
Quarterback money. And on the surface, it looked like the Rams are saying Matthew Stafford is our guy and we're committed to him. But look at the term. It's 1 year. The Rams didn't give Stafford a 3-year deal. They didn't lock him in through age 41. They didn't come out and say, you're our quarterback for the rest of the decade. They gave him 1 additional year on top of the one he already had. That's not a long-term commitment. That's a year-to-year arrangement with the reigning NFL MVP. When teams actually believe in their quarterback for the long haul, they give multi-year extensions. The Rams gave Stafford 1 more year and a really big number to make the headline look good. And the timing is not a coincidence. This extension didn't happen in February when Stafford announced his return at the NFL Honors. It didn't happen in March when the offseason program started. It didn't happen in April before the draft when it would have been the smart move to lock Stafford up before taking his replacement. No, it happened after the Ty Simpson pick blew up.
So who's smarter in this situation? Huh? Shit, nigga, let me hold out. Let me see y'all move. This is on some business shit. If I'm Matt Stafford and co. Let me hold out. Let me see what y'all move is. Boom. Now I got leverage. I can come back. Hey, I know what y'all did. That move right there, that wasn't cool. I either need this or it's a wrap. All right, here you go. $55 million, nigga. extension. Boom. You know, we the Rams, man. We playing with a bag, man. We playing with a bag. We the second richest team in the NFL. We playing with a bag. So look, it is Matt Stafford, though. It is Matt Stafford. But damn, man. Ty Simpson, what the fuck has you started over here? I love how they keeping Puka Nacua name out the headlines right now, by the way. Let's acknowledge that. Puka Nacua was in the headlines every fucking day past couple months. Ever since he went to rehab, you haven't heard a thing about Puka Nacua. I feel like we have a clean slate going right now with him. You know what I'm saying? Puka, do not fuck this up. Wherever you at, do not fuck it up.
After Sean McVay's presser went viral, after the Fowler damage control report, after the Sims volatile situation story, after a full month of the Rams trying and failing to kill this narrative, the Rams had been leaking significant progress to reporters for weeks. And now that the deal finally gets done in the middle of all this chaos, you have to understand that this is not a coincidence. This is a direct response for the fire that they started on draft night. Because here's what $55 million buys you. It buys you one more year of peace. It buys you a headline that says the Rams extend MVP Stafford instead of Rams still haven't paid Stafford since drafting his replacement. It buys you one more year of Kelly Stafford not going on her podcast and talking about respect.
She be out of pocket, man. Matt Stafford, I know that's your wife, man, but god damn, man, she be doing too much.
And being valued. It buys you one more training camp where Matthew Stafford shows up happy and the quarterback room isn't a story. That's what this money is for. It's not a commitment to the future. It's a payment for the present. And the math on the other side of this is so obvious it's almost uncomfortable. Ty Simpson is on a 4-year rookie deal. His contract doesn't start getting expensive until 2029 at the earliest. Stafford's extension runs through 2027. He'll be 39 years old when it expires, so the succession plan is right there in the numbers. Stafford plays 2026 and 2027. Simpson takes over in 2028, year 3 of his rookie deal, right before the Rams would have to start paying him real money. The extension doesn't change the plan, it just puts a price tag on the transition period. Now connect this back to Kelly Stafford, because she's the person who said on her podcast, on the record,
I value being respected and wanted over convenience. So it would be very convenient to stay, right? Very easy. But if someone doesn't feel valued, then I'm like, let's hit the road. Let's go on an adventure. Because turns out, like, if I have my husband and my kids, I'm good.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need anything else.
So I have a question for Rams fans. Is a 1-year or year-to-year extension respect, or is it convenience? Because from where I'm standing, it looks like the Rams are doing exactly what Kelly Stafford did.
I mean, hey, man. You can't put all that shit on us, on the Rams. It might be Stafford's lawyer and all them. Them niggas working, they done found a little wiggle to work. Let's just keep penny pinching these niggas, but really pinching these niggas every year, because you got to remember also, start of last season, they were saying this nigga wasn't going to start to like week 6 because of a back problem. He didn't do none of the spring training, nothing, cuz the summer camp, he wasn't there playing. They was talking about his back was fucked up. He probably wasn't going to do his thing. Jimmy G was going to be our quarterback starting for the first 6 games. All kind of shit was going crazy. Then he just miraculously came back and had an MVP season. If you don't call that a plot twist, that's a plot twist. How you go from thinking your back is out, you're going to miss the first 6 games of the season, to just being the best. To being the best in the league. That's miraculous, man. That's amazing. Now, what are they doing here this year? The Ty Simpson shit threw me off. But Stafford getting this chili, nigga. He milking this shit. Fuck it, nigga. I'm going to milk this motherfucker till it's time to go.
Keeping Matthew Stafford around on their terms, 1 year at a time, while his replacement develops on the bench behind him. The $55 million number looks good in a Schefter tweet, but the structure says something completely different. And speaking of Kelly, there's a detail from the week after the draft that flew under the radar for a lot of people, but it tells you so much about the dynamic inside that building right now. The day after the draft, Ty Simpson spoke to reporters and was asked if Matthew Stafford had reached out to him to welcome him, and Simpson Simpson said,
I have not. Kelly has actually texted me on Instagram and has, welcomed me, told her to hit her up with my family if she, we ever need anything.
I feel that message was on purpose right there. When he said that, I was like, why would you say that? Why would you let the people in on Matt Stafford and hit you what his wife did, knowing how people feel about his wife? I felt like that was on purpose right there. Oh no, this shit is entertainment, y'all. This is you gotta remember that this is sports entertainment, so they gotta spark some fires here and there, man.
Markazi from The Athletic reported it, and the clip went viral because of the contrast. The reigning MVP, the guy who McVay called first class in every sense of the word, didn't pick up the phone for the rookie who was just selected 13th overall, but his wife slid into his DMs. Now, Simpson later confirmed that Stafford did eventually reach out, and look, maybe that's just how Matthew Stafford operates. Maybe he's not a text you right away kind of guy. Maybe he wanted to wait and connect in person. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt on that. But the initial gap and the fact that Kelly moved first created its own narrative, and it tells you something important about who's really managing the Stafford brand right now. This is the same Kelly Stafford who said she felt like she had to be the dog in this situation, fighting for her husband's respect. The same Kelly who pushed back publicly on the Rams organization during contract negotiations. And now she's the one reaching out to the rookie, extending the olive branch, controlling the public story before Matthew even says a word. Whether that's genuine warmth or strategic positioning, and honestly it could be both, it reinforces what we've been seeing this entire time.
Hey, she always find a way to stay in the middle of some shit. Even when he was at Detroit Lions, she always find a way to stay in the middle of some Matt Stafford shit and voicing her grievances with shit. Always, man.
Kelly is the one steering the ship, and the Rams know it. That $55 million extension isn't just for Matthew. Part of that check has Kelly's name on it too, because the Rams need her to be happy just as much as they need him. And just when you think the story can't get more embarrassing for the Rams, their division rivals decided to pile on. After the first round of the draft, John Lynch was asked about the Simpson pick, and the man could not contain himself. Before the reporter even finished the question, Lynch was grinning ear to ear.
Man, we don't give a fuck about no 49ers, man. Give a fuck what the 49ers think. Trash ass team. We don't give a fuck what them niggas think.
Tried to deflect at first.
Fuck them niggas.
Jeremiah Love going to the Cardinals, but then he got to the Simpson part and said,
Ty Simpson's a good football player. It probably surprised everybody, but one thing I've learned over the years is that with quarterbacks, people will do those type things.
And then he smirked again at the end of his answer. Sean McVay saw it. Of course he saw it. And he responded, I love John. I'd be interested to see what he's smirking at here. That's your head coach, the guy who's supposed to be projecting confidence, projecting unity, projecting we know what we're doing, publicly responding to a rival GM's facial expression. That's not the behavior of an organization that's comfortable with its decisions. That's an organization that's feeling the heat from every single direction. So where does this leave us? The Rams have given 4 different explanations for Sean McVay's draft night behavior, and none of them fully add up. They've paid Matthew Stafford $55 million for 1 more year of peace. Kelly Stafford is managing the PR that the organization should be handling. John Lynch is laughing at them on camera, and somewhere in all of this, there's a 22-year-old kid from Alabama named Ty Simpson who just wants to play football, but walked into the most awkward quarterback room in the NFL. And the thing is, the extension didn't resolve anything. It just kicked the can further down the road, because next offseason, the Rams are going to be right back here. Stafford will be 39, Simpson will have a full year in the system, and the Rams will have to decide, do they give Stafford another 1-year deal at 39 years old, or do they hand the keys to Ty Simpson? That's the exact same question they're facing right now, just pushed back 12 months. And 12 months from now, the answer might be a lot harder to avoid. OTAs are happening right now, and CBS and Yahoo both named the Stafford-Simpson mentor dynamic as one of the top stories in the entire league heading into the offseason. Every single interaction between McVay and Simpson at practice is going to be watched and analyzed. Training camp in July is going to be a circus.
Watch the greatness, man.
In September is already personal, and hanging over all of it is a $55 million extension that bought exactly 1 year of quiet, assuming it even buys that. The Rams keep telling us that everything is fine. They've told us 4 different versions of fine. They just paid $55 million for 1 more year of fine, but nobody
1 more year of greatness
believes Sean McVay anymore. And when the Super Bowl is in your own building and your MVP is turning 39, your division rival is laughing at your draft pick, your head coach is still explaining explaining his mood at a soccer game in London a month later, and your quarterback's wife is doing the organization's PR through Instagram DMs, fine isn't what this is.
He's reaching, bro. You reaching, man.
Oh, hell no.
You know what I mean? You reaching, bro. This sound like a hater making a video, obviously. You know what I mean? You over here hating, big dog. Come on, you putting too much on it.
Let me know what you guys think about this in the comment section down below. Aside from that, I'm your boy Mike, and I'm dropping our mic.
All right, man. Listen, shut the fuck up and mind your business. You know what I mean? Let the Rams do what we do. You feel me? This is our year. We bring it home. And if you believe that the Rams will bring home that Super Bowl trophy this year, I need you to drop some Rams in the comment section, man. You feel me? Doing it up, man. Greatest quarterback in the game. You feel me? On behalf of the Rams. I hate that the first game with the 49ers was in Australia. I hate that, man. I wanted it to be at SoFi. You feel me? It's always a great energy in there. Yeah, you know, I will say the 49ers sometimes do outnumber us at SoFi. But, you know, the last couple games, we've been outnumbering their ass. Yeah, man. But nah, I'm excited for football season, man. I know a lot of y'all are too. You feel me? Let me know who y'all favorite teams are. Who do y'all predict taking it all this year, man? Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think about this video. I'm going to give y'all 2 seconds to smash the like. And as always, get ready for the next reaction.